Kodak Black reportedly attacked by prison guard.
How old were you the first time?
14.
Yeah. When you look at all the stuff that you got on your rap sheet, right? Everything that you've been charged with.
When Kodak Black first emerged onto the music scene, his unique flow and outrageous attitude showed off his potential to be a star. Yet his knack for getting into trouble has always held him back. However, now it seems the unthinkable has happened to the young star while being held in prison. Welcome to Lime Report. Before we begin, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and check out the link in the description to enter a chance at winning our Apple product giveaway. Kodak Black has always been somewhat of an unpredictable character from the moment he broke onto the scene. As his peers focused on their public image and separating their real lives from professional, Kodak instead decided to blur the lines, speak his mind freely, and let his fans know who he truly was. And while his brash approach turned many against him, the same tactic has also built a solid following that has helped sustain his career throughout his legal troubles. Since the release of his second full-length album, Kodak has built a buzz that many thought he would ride to the top of his lane. But his early success has constantly been derailed by his many legal issues. Now it seems that, while in prison, the same sharp wit that Kodak rode to success landed him a beating of a lifetime. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Today, we'll be taking a closer look at Kodak Black's recent stretch of legal issues as we reveal the shocking details of the gruesome beatdown and what officials are saying as Kodak recovers from his wounds. You won't want to miss this. From his early beginnings, Kodak Black's career has been covered in controversy. While the rapper has never seemed to intentionally come at people maliciously, it's become a trend that his blatant honesty has gotten him into trouble. Kodak's troubles, however, extend far beyond simple career controversies, as the rapper has tangled himself with the law early and often since his humble beginnings in 2009. While his run-ins with the law started out as major encounters, Kodak's arrests and legal issues have gotten more serious by the year. Since 2015, Kodak has been arrested over a dozen times and thrown in prison multiple times, and what started out as a string of petty crimes has slowly devolved into the current situation he faces today. Kodak was arrested inside his Florida home in January 2018 on multiple charges stemming from an IG Live video showing the rapper passing drugs and a gun around a small child. Since then, things have drastically gone downhill for the artist. Through some miracle, Kodak was able to beat the charges put against him from the IG Live session, but was still sentenced to 364 days in jail with credit for time served. After his release from prison, many believed the brunt of the rapper's legal troubles were over, but things were just starting for the young artist. Keep watching as we continue to reveal Kodak's insane string of legal troubles and the shocking moments that led up to a beating he never expected to receive. Only here on Lime Report. Following his release from prison in the fall of 2018, most believed that Kodak would finally be able to return to working on his music. And while Kodak was able to release his sophomore album to smashing success, debuting at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, his troubles with the law would only intensify, sadly destroying whatever hype he was able to build. While on tour in the Southeast, a South Carolinian prosecutor announced that Kodak Black would be facing trial for first-degree criminal sexual conduct for an alleged rape in February 2016. The prosecutor said that in the summer or early fall, Kodak Black would have to return to South Carolina and face trial for the charges. Kicking off another round of legal battles the rapper would have to face just before he was able to begin promoting his music once again. After being arrested for the sexual assault charges, Kodak ate a few more charges in 2019 before things really started going bad for him. On May 11th, 2019, while preparing to perform at Rolling Loud Miami, Kodak Black was arrested on firearm charges before he could perform. He was arrested by Miami PD and federal officers and was facing state and federal charges. According to court documents, Kodak Black was charged with 2 counts of falsifying information on federal documents after filling out false information on forms while purchasing firearms in January of the same year. Since the arrest in the summer of 19, things have become increasingly more complicated and difficult for the young rapper. But as he was dealing with his legal issues while behind bars, Kodak would soon find himself in the middle of a conflict that would result in devastating consequences far beyond what he could have ever imagined. Stay with us as we reveal the brutal repercussions Kodak faced after he took things too far for the last time. You won't want to miss this. Kodak's many legal troubles since 2015 have been extremely hard to follow. It seems that aside from music, all the rapper seems to do is find himself in more trouble with the law. Following his arrest last summer for falsifying court documents, Kodak was sentenced to 46 years in prison. While the court was initially considering 10 years, his good behavior and lack of resistance to his charges led the judge to grant some leniency in his favor and sentence the rapper to half of the estimated prison time. However, despite the good behavior Kodak was able to show the judge, his actions in prison indicate a different story. Kodak has always made his disdain for prison well known and has not always been what some would consider a model inmate. At times, his actions in prison have even led to the revocation of bails and even greater jail sentences. In one incident last year, Kodak was involved in a fight that left one prison guard so badly injured that he could no longer return to work. Yet Kodak's recent troubles in prison have come as a complete shock, as it seems after an unprovoked incident, several guards took to beating the rapper and humiliating him for the rest of the prison to see. Keep watching as we uncover the gruesome details surrounding Kodak Black's tragic beatdown and the aftermath the guards and prison now face following the vicious attack. Things began as normal as it could for the rapper. Kodak was spending another monotonous day in prison when things broke loose, leading to his hospitalization. On Sunday, Kodak Black's social media reported that the rapper was involved in a serious altercation with the authorities at the United States Penitentiary in Big Sandy, Kentucky. Per the post, Black has been barred from using the phone as punishment for an incident that took place while he was incarcerated in Miami. Several inmates told Black's team that he was handcuffed and beaten by 7 guards on Friday. We just heard from fellow inmates at Max Penitentiary, Big Sandy, Kentucky, in regards to Kodak Black treatment. The post reads, Friday night, he was badly beaten while in cuffs by 7 guards at Big Sandy, KY. The post went on to allege that Black was beat in the head repeatedly with a metal object. One of the guards further humiliated Kodak by emasculating him. Then, after one of the guards flicked his genitals and said, "You're not so gangster now, you're gonna need bigger balls to survive," the post claims. Since word of the incident has spread, Kodak's lawyer, Bradford Cohen, has been notified and wants legal action to be taken against the facility as well as the guards involved in the incident and has since urged the U.S. Department of Justice to investigate. I have requested that Big Sandy preserve all video and conduct a full investigation. I have also reached out to DOJ as I feel that a third-party investigation needs to take place immediately, Cohen wrote on Instagram. There are recordings of the witnesses that called and stated what happened to Bill. A 22-year-old man serving approximately 2 years more for a nonviolent crime is in a max pen 1,100 miles from his family and lawyers. This is true injustice. While some suspect the attack may have been random, others believe the rapper was targeted in retaliation for past incidents with corrections officers in other prisons. Kodak is obviously not a fan of prisons or guards and made it abundantly clear in an altercation with a corrections officer in FCI Miami. While at FCI Miami in October, Kodak allegedly grabbed a correction officer's testicles before he was sprayed with mace and had to be restrained by prison guards. The staff member was taken to a hospital to undergo surgery. According to an FBI agent overseeing the case, Kodak was under the influence of an unknown substance when the fight broke out. In January, Kodak complained that prison officials were conspiring against him and that he had to endure inhumane conditions. "They are strategically killing me slowly here. I have been humiliated over and over again," he wrote on Instagram. "I am highly disappointed in the way that they have treated not only me, but all the other inmates in this facility." With his constant griping and conflict with prison guards across several penitentiaries, it was only a matter of time before his rowdy reputation ended up working against him. When the fight broke out between the rapper and the guards in Kentucky, the authorities knew of Kodak's penchant for violence and took no chances in dealing with the rapper. Yet, from the account of several eyewitnesses, Kodak Black was the victim of a vicious assault by several guards who decided to abuse their own power as an act of revenge. As voices from both sides have clamored to point the blame, the victim has since spoken out about the situation and claims that the guards have been conspiring against him since last October. According to Kodak, the guards had been drugging him and orchestrated his death by forcing the staff to deny him medical attention when he requested. Since 2009, Kodak Black has been able to create a huge following and build out a lane for himself in no time. And while Kodak stands as a pioneer to his sound and an innovator among Southern trap stars, his checkered career could have been solidified years ago if it weren't for his constant legal battles. As if his troubles weren't enough, Kodak seems to be in the middle of a conspiracy to end his life by correction officers. Although the details of the assault against the rapper are still unclear, the truth will soon be revealed as many are clamoring for the U.S. justice system to look into the details of the harrowing assault. Since the attack on his life, Kodak's team claims that he has been denied visitors or phone calls for at least 6 months as punishment for his involvement in the incident. While we do not know the current state of the rapper, It's clear that his legal battle will not be ending anytime soon as he consistently finds ways to get himself into trouble. What do you think will happen to Kodak after he was brutalized in prison? Will the DOJ find the rapper to be a victim of power abuse? Or will his streak of harassing guards work against him in the newest development in his life? Thanks for joining us on Line Report, everyone. Make sure to let us know what you think in the comment section below. And before you go, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and check out the link in the description to enter a chance at winning our Apple product giveaway.